All right, boys, we are live for the weekly live chat. I just dropped the predictions about an hour ago, 54 minutes ago to be exact. We had something absolutely insane happen last night after the stream that I have to go through on today's stream. Because I woke up to something this morning pertaining to YouTube that happened at about roughly 4 a.m. Eastern time that I think needs to be shared on today's stream. So we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm gonna save it for a little bit. You know, I'm not gonna kill it right off the jump. I'll tease it in the beginning, and we'll get to it like midway through. I'm prepping some screenshots because you guys aren't gonna believe what happened last night, boys. I'll tell you that much right now. Anyway, what is going on? Fries decided to show up for a change. I seen Fries was in here, and then I just said, you know what? I'm going to show up mad late now. What is up? The one who vapes. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, already 11 minutes late. Kind of disrespect. Shut the fuck up, Matthew. Damn. What's going on with the earthquakes? What are you talking about? I don't know about any earthquakes. Sup, man? Jones really returned, man. It seems like it. I have an entire theory on it. Maybe I'll make a video tomorrow on that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see about that. But yeah, he's teasing heavily. It seems like he's like 90% committed to fighting again, which is pretty insane. So that's pretty wild. McGregor nudes, just kidding. I don't even know. What does that mean? Sponsored by Wing... No. Sponsored by Wingstop. I made it for the war today. You missed the war yesterday, bro. I'll tell you that much. You missed a crazy war yesterday. I think he will fight Tom. Tom's not going to make it. I told you guys. Tom is not going to make it. Once Cyril Gane beats Aspinall... But I don't even think that fight's happening anymore. I think it's Aspinall Pereira is going to be announced soon. And then maybe they do it, the Gane fight, or maybe they just have Aspinall wait some more for Jones. Joe, who you got in Almeida versus Volkov? I'm taking Almeida. Conor does this every year, master of trolling, learning from his boyfriend Dylan. Dude, Conor's just such a piece of shit, to be honest. Tom's not out striking Gane, that's for sure. Do you like horror movies? Yes. Saturday is going to be a great... We'll find out Saturday. It should be Aspinall Volkov. You're going to cope when Tom defends about 4 times. 7.3 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Alaska. It's all over the news. Yeah, I've narrowly survived. Okay? I don't want to talk about it. It's too trauma-filled. But that is insane. If true. We don't have internet where I'm at. I'm done. That's crazy. Hold on a second. 4 times against Scrubs, who even cares? What is going on, Steve? What's going on, Steve? I don't even see your message anymore. Where the hell? Oh, there it is. Joe, I can't believe the state of Tony's career. Dude's literally fighting it. Who is Tony fighting? I haven't been paying attention to that one. Joe, are you going to drop a GOAT list? I am not. By the way, guys, if you could like the stream in advance, as well as subscribe to the channel, as well as make sure to go check out the 318 predictions that are out on the channel as we speak with timestamps. And yeah. Yep. Let me see something. Joe, are you going to drop a GOAT list? No. Some YouTuber named Salt Peppy. No clue who he is. Never heard of him. What is up, Camille? I will check them out in the morning. Thank you, Chase. Shout out to Chase. What's the next good card to look forward to? UFC Saudi Arabia. UFC Saudi Arabia. I don't know. Does anyone know if it's actually official Mavsar's out? I was hoping that it gets moved to 319. But UFC Saudi's a banger. Banger, 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 banger. Which is next week after this week. So it's 1 week from this Saturday. That's a pretty damn good card. That's a pretty damn good card. Let me look up how many fights are on that card. Let me see Tapology if removed it or not. Tapology did remove it. I haven't seen it. I've seen it from shady sources. I'll put it like that. All right, you guys ready for some something crazy to happen last night? Pretty crazy. Shout out Poverty Pat for the 99 cents. UFC hiding Bo versus Rayner. Can't find it anywhere. Dude, UFC's hiding everything. It's hard to do any tape study at all. Mavsar not official. Rumor mill accounts only. All right. Thank you, Hells, for the $4.99. I appreciate your $5 super chat. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media. But yeah, they're hiding it, man. They're hiding it. They're hiding it because Bo got wrecked. No, they're really just an absolute catastrophe because you go on UFC Fight Pass, it says unavailable. You go to ESPN Plus, it's not there. It's like, it's just a travesty. All right, boys, I'm going to share something with you that happened last night. Okay? If you remember, you already know about this. Okay? Last night, I went to bed. Okay? I went to bed. We had a pretty good stream. Pretty solid stream. We had a little bit of a dono war breaking out. We talked about a slew of topics, and I went to bed. About 2:30-ish, maybe. I don't remember what time the stream ended, but I went to bed probably about 2:30. I wake up this morning about 5:30, 6 maybe. I don't remember the exact time. And I look at my phone, and on my phone, I get notifications, certain notifications, in particular, PayPal notifications. So that way, if I'm sitting here and someone donates via PayPal, link is in the description, by the way, my phone goes off and I get an email notification. That way, I can always shout out anyone that PayPal donates while I'm live streaming. So I have a PayPal notification. I'm like, what's this PayPal notification? Maybe it's something, maybe UFC. I paid UFC Fight Pass with it. Maybe it could have been some type of transaction. Maybe, I don't know what it could be. I click on it, and I'm in like a little bit of a sleeping haze. I click on it, and I had to wipe my eyes. Because from the anonymous female donor that you guys know about, okay? She's been around here for a while. I don't know if she wants me to say her name because I don't know. She's not in the chat anywhere. So I'm not going to say her name until she tells me specifically she wants me to say her name. Pause. That sounds a little bit weird. Anyway, the anonymous female donor that's been lurking around these waters for about a year decided while I was sleeping in bed, she was going to drop an insane donation. Shout out to the anonymous female donor for dropping a $400 bomb. $400 bomb. $400 bomb. I told you guys, we have the largest female demographic in MMA YouTube. Check the analytics. Okay? Look, it's not 500. We got very few made men spots left and made women spots yet left. Every time she's donated, it's been like 300 or 400. She's a made woman. The anonymous female donor is a made woman. I'm literally laying in bed sleeping. And she drops this bomb and she sends a message. She says, exact words, let me read it verbatim. Because your Conor McGregor video was demonetized. She heard me say my McGregor video got demonetized. And she said, you know what? I really appreciate this guy's content. He's tall, dark, and handsome. All right. Maybe I added that part on there. Dropping a $400 bomb. Round of applause for the anonymous female donor. Can we get a round of applause in chat? Shout out to her for the $400 bomb. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Insane donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I figured I'd give you a couple minutes dedicated on the live stream. That's the least that I could do. I hope you watch this stream later. Let me know if you do watch this stream later. Thank you. Anyway, that's insane. $400 bomb. I had to wipe my eyes. I said, what? So I swear the support we have in this community, I know there's a lot of the MMA community that does not like me, and I love it. I fucking love being disliked. The courage to be disliked. It's a very freeing feeling. But I know I'm hated by a lot of the MMA community, right? But guess what? I don't care because I don't fuck with them either. If the majority of the MMA community liked me, I'd be doing something wrong. I'd be embarrassed of myself if the majority of the MMA community said, yeah, I really fuck with Joey. Okay? It's crazy. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it very, very much. Insane dono. I don't know what more I can say. So, yeah. Anyway. Let me read the chat. Shout out again to Hells for the $4.99 looking for Bo versus Rayner. Luckily, there's a gif of me just absolutely wrecking Bo on my Twitter. So if you just want to see the finishing sequence, you can watch my version of it. Think the UFC punishes Mobstar again if he pulls out? It's possible. It's impossible to truly know. Joey, unbutton the shirt more. I'll unbutton it, but it's going to be like $50 a button, man. Don't you know that? Try to get my whole paycheck for 1 hour with you. Okay, Steve. That's a little bit too far. We're getting real bummy around here. Her name is Leanne. Heard from a friend. It's Lene. Yeah. It's Lene. I think you forgot. W Anonymous Woman. Shout out to Vapes. Round of applause. That was my girlfriend that did the donation. I told her to do it. You're welcome, everyone. You're full of shit. Joey, I think that's just you donating $400 on another account. So let me get this straight. I sent myself $400 while I was sleeping so that I could brag about getting $400 on a stream following. Okay. Doesn't really make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Lots of salty bums in denial. I know. Lots of dudes donating to himself so he can get charged a fee and lose the money. Makes a lot of sense. Exactly. And pay taxes on it twice too, right? I think it's the fiance. So my fiance again is going to donate money to me that then I have to pay taxes on. She took the last made woman man spot. I think there's only like one left at this point. There was something I wanted to look up, but I can't remember now. So, every time I tune in, you're either begging for donos or talking about it. Okay, so somebody drops me a $400 dono and I'm not supposed to thank them? Like, dude, you're such a hater, bro. You're such a hater, man. Heard about the earthquake. Good to see you're doing okay. I'm doing good. I don't care because I don't fuck with them either. Yeah, and I know this shit pisses them off, so fuck them. Pretty sure the anonymous donor is Lauren Murphy after receiving that retirement purse. Yeah, the earthquake. You want to look it up? Yeah, I'm all right. Everything's good. And, somebody said, why did you get demonetized for the McGregor video? So I'm going to read to you why I got demonetized for the McGregor video. Hopefully it doesn't catch me shadow banned. So I can click on view feedback. It says a human reviewer rated your video as suitable for limited ads, which essentially is no ads. As a reminder, your content should follow all policies, not just the ones identified. Timestamps are not exhaustive. Current videos edited with YouTube Studio to remove violated content are not eligible for re-review. It says exposed, minimally covered sexual body parts or full nudity, breastfeeding nudity with a child present in the scene, sexual acts even if blurred or implied, discussion of sexual topics such as fetishes, tips, experiences, a video thumbnail with sexual context, including text or links, sexually arousing scenes, gestures, appearances of sex toys or devices, content related to the sex industry and their workers, animal sexuality featuring genitals or mating scenes, mimicking or simulating sexual movements or act in a dance, erotic dances explicitly intended to arouse an audience. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what it is. So, there won't be any ads on that one. And that's the reason why. Yeah. All these things are true for every Joey video. Wish Joey did the last one. You can't even thank somebody without getting criticism. It's just the haters. Shout out Derek B. You want me to ignore Derek now, buddy? Shout out Derek B for the 1999. Joey, after Conor dick pic, I'm less optimistic he fights this year. Also, here's a dono to piss that dude off. Shout out to Derek, man. Shout out to Derek. Appreciate Derek, man. Derek's a long-time subscriber, long-time member, long-time supporter. Shout out to Derek. Been around for what? Basically 3.5 years, I think. At one point, Derek doubted me when I said McGregor wasn't going to fight. But he's with me. You saw that dick pic and you're less optimistic. Yeah. I know you stared at it, Derek. Thank you for the 19. Dude, I appreciate the $20 donut. Really do. Really do appreciate it. A lot of MMA channels are acting like divas. Have you seen the MMA content creator list that came out recently? No, I have not. I'm glad to help you, Joey. You're welcome. Thank you. Mavsar is truly #1 contender. He is. Had already typed knew she donated because you go so hard on Conor's personal life. Okay. That's probably D, actually. It's probably D. She likes seeing me criticize Conor. You can't even thank somebody without criticism. Don't hate. Don't know wars is a sport. The people saying things to you don't even have a channel, and if they started, they would have 2 Indian viewers after 5 years, basically. Derek, thank you again for the $20 donation that I will continue to acknowledge. Appreciate you, Derek, for the $20 bomb. Dude really said also, here's a dono to piss that dude off. I mean, it's not that far off. I mean, Chael basically said he got aroused by it. Yeah, I think Chael beat his shit to that. Yes, you were live. What the F? Is it because you mentioned someone unzipping their pants? I think it was the thumbnail of Conor being blurred, if I had to be honest, and maybe me calling him a blank predator. Thanks for answering my question. I watched it and thought it was a good video. Thank you, Arthur, for joining us. Joe, are you going to go to the White House for the UFC? I'll pass on that. Joe, what do you think should be the main event of 320? Islam JDM. I had an absolutely tumultuous day, and on my way home, I had an inkling that you'd be live. Yeah, I go live every Wednesday, so that was a smart inkling. You think Movsar gets the next title shot? I'm going to say yes. I think fans are going to try to campaign against him getting the next title shot. They're already calling him a pullout merchant. But it's not even from official sources yet that he's out. So, Joey, be honest. Did you look at the Conor Uncensored? I did not search it out, but I did see it. I did not spend a lot of time on it. I didn't pinch the zoom on it like Chael. So, it looked pretty small to me, if you ask me. So, yeah. You think Movsar gets the next title shot since he pulled out? Joey, he is a predator. I know. It's a sad state. It is. Why did you get mad at Holly Holm for saying don't sexualize children? Nobody got mad at Holly Holm for saying don't sexualize children. That's such a weird narrative that a bunch of online trolls say. No, I got mad because Holly Holm spent way too much time on the mic like an annoying ass dumb bitch. And I don't know if she ever did anything to save the children at her church. So I'm all for protecting everybody from, the Catholic Church. It was Hoopero MMA and puts you in D tier. It looked like from the clips you used that he comes in here kind of often. I don't even know who that is. Look, people are going to rate MMA YouTubers. That's not my type of content. Conor keeps getting worse every day. Yeah, eventually he's going to end up in prison or dead. Chael's dumbass really made a third video on the Conor dick pics. What an embarrassment, man. What a complete and utter embarrassment. So Chael can't stop. Chael's made a third. Dude made 3 videos on another man's hog. That is wild. I made Joey is an A tier. I'm not even sure what tiers mean, to be honest. I guess it's A, B, C tier. I don't know. I would assume. You like his videos? I've never heard of him. I couldn't even tell you what he looks like. I saw your take on Derek Lewis gig. I mean, it was a fraudulent stoppage. I don't care what anyone says, and I'll die on that hill. I will die on that hill. It was a fraudulent stoppage. 100%. Joe, would you trust Conor? I wouldn't trust Conor alone with any girl of any age. I don't care if she was 14, 13, 12, 10, 11. I would not trust Conor around her. I wouldn't trust Conor with his own kids, and I don't think his wife does either, or his entire family. I guarantee Conor, I would bet my life right now Conor never watches his children by himself. Would bet my life on it. Bet my life on that. He's never even probably watched his children one time by himself because he can't be trusted because he's a crackhead. It's Herzog, Joey. It's not a surprise. Yeah, Herzog's getting worse. It's getting worse. And it's just annoying. It really is just annoying. It's getting worse and worse. Seems like the reffing. If McGregor didn't have millions, he'd be in prison 100%. I wonder how many people he's paid off. I would love to know how many settlements he's reached that he signed non-disclosure agreements on. So, yeah. I wouldn't trust Conor around my 5-year-old daughter. I wouldn't either. If I had a 5-year-old daughter, I wouldn't. At all. Yeah. It was obviously AI. Conor pleads AI extortion. I thought it was early, but putting Teixeira back on the ground in the same position before the fence climb. Are you doing an embedded for Holloway Poirier? I don't watch them anymore, but I haven't seen any clips in the build up. What do you mean? Are they? I think they have. I don't know. I haven't seen them though. But Holly Holm doesn't have an issue with Trump being on the Epstein list. Save the kids though. I don't know. I don't know what Holly Holm's up to nowadays. I think most people spout a lot of nonsense and they don't mean anything by it. What's up, Joey? Big fan. What's going on? Poirier by KO. You seen Tony Ferguson boxing match, Joey, in August 30th, Darren Till Rockhold card? Who's watching this? That's what I want to know. Who's watching this, man? Who's watching this? That's what I want to know. Tony Ferguson boxing. Who wants to tune in for Tony Ferguson boxing? That's what I would like to know. That's really what I would like to know. Sorry if I'm not active as much on Saturday. My brother-in-law is coming over for the fights. No big deal, bro. No big deal. Appreciate you nonetheless. Hopefully we don't have a... I don't think it'll be anywhere as big as 317 because I don't think people care about this card that much. But man, was them bots going crazy at 317. Remember that? And I don't even know if it was a lot of bots, dude. It was insane people saying, well, what time's the card start? I'm just going to have to let them slide. When it starts to get too crazy, I'm just going to let them slide. It actually helps boost the live stream as well. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just annoying when I'm trying to read some chat. Isn't Tony Ferguson in the GFA and whatever random promotion? I have no... GFL is closed. Gummy is channel... I don't know what the channel is. Watching you from Lebanon. What's going on? As if Conor did that near Trump meeting and running for Irish Council. Legal slander territory. What are you talking about? Who is Tony boxing? I have no idea. I did not know that. Is that person even still making content? Why are you guys trying to get me to talk about random ass channels that are dead? I don't care. I'm being dead serious. I don't care about any of these other channels. I don't give a fuck about any of them. So August 9th, I get the keys to my new place and I move in on the 10th. Hope I got Wi-Fi by the time DDP gets whooped. You will, bro. You will. The DDP Hamzat stream, I think, is going to be the biggest stream in channel history. I think it's going to be the biggest stream. When Hamzat wrecks him, bro. When Hamzat wrecks him, and then Camille drops the 1K dono, I'm losing my mind. Camille has pledged a 1K dono after Hamzat wins. I will not forget that one. I am fully anticipating that one. I cannot wait. That'll be the biggest dono in channel history. And I know it's going to happen. I know Hamzat's going to win. So if DDP wins... He's essentially taking money out. He's taking money out of my pocket. So 318 is a fight pursuit card. Who understand the sport? No. A fight purist card? No. No matter what the outcome is, I'll still don't. Oh, look at one who vapes, man. Already topping Camille. Now I appreciate you, man. Regardless, it's gonna be a crazy stream no matter what. I just want a good fight. But I know Hamzat's gonna win, bro, and it's gonna be insane. I wonder who Hamzat's first title defense will be. Joey Stan, you base. These other channels are not on your level. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about, channels getting flagged, dude. I don't know. If Hamzat beats DDP, who does he fight and who beats him at 185? I think he probably fights Amavov after Amavov beats Kaio. Yes, it is, Joey. You're a casual. No, it's not. We'll see about that 1K. Dude might be talking. Nah, Camille's good for it. Camille wouldn't make that up. Unless somehow he loses his job between now and 319. I'm sure he's good for it. Joey, now that Chandler only has one man, one hog on his mind, what do you think he predicts he leaves his wife to go in training for a Conor's hog? Oh, there's no doubt that Chandler immediately searched that. Conor McGregor nudes. Doesn't matter if you're South African, bro. The best doesn't discriminate. I think DDP put up a good fight. He is good, but I think Boers will get it. I think Boers chokes him out cold in the first round. That's my pick. I'm sticking to it. Have you heard rumors about Hamzat retiring? Caio Barallo, don't repeat anything Caio Barallo says. It's just horseshit. I do not wish to hear anything about Caio Barallo. He's a bum of a thing. He's a bum of a thing. Caio lied multiple times about DDP and about Ben Askren and about Hamzat. I think Caio just wants the attention, man. Amavov KO's Caio. I agree. Joe, you going to FIFA World Cup? I don't even know where it's at. I don't pay attention to that shit. I think DDP can make it to round 4. It doesn't matter if it goes all 5 rounds. Hamzat still wins. Don't give a rat's ass and I'll die on that hill and I'll take the biggest victory lap ever or I'll take the biggest L ever. Excuse me. Do you have Disney Plus? I think. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure I do. I'm pretty sure I have some like bundle. Can Caio disrespect, please? Explain. He's a liar, dude. He said DDP had a broken leg. He said Ben Askren died. He said Hamzat's retiring. He's a clout chasing lying bitch. So, Joey with Tate versus Hill being targeted for the White House. Lawn, who do you have winning? Who's Tate? Abdi, thank you for the $9.99. Yesterday I got my driver's license. I am so happy. Shout out to Abdi. Can everybody congratulate Abdi in the chat, man? Dude got his driver's license. Do you have your own car yet? Or are you going to be like borrowing a family members for a while or what? Shout out to Abdi for getting his license, man. Round of applause, man. Thank you for the $10, man. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate your $9.99. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, as I've said time and time again. What kind of car you got, Abdi, if you don't mind sharing? If you don't want to, you don't have to. But thank you, bro. I usually donate $50 when I get my driver's license. Let me stop. Someone's going to really start not realizing the sarcasm here. But congrats, bro. Congrats. Hamzat takes performance enhancing. I don't know what that means. Hamdi Abdel Wahab. What about him? Congrats, life changing. You said Abdi is 40. Your parents bought you a King Ranch, Himothy? Yeah, I can't stand Caio at all, man. Such a jackass. Yeah, Himothy's parents definitely bought him a King Ranch. I can tell, man. I can tell Himothy's a spoiled little bitch. Yeah, I had a street fight earlier today, believe it or not. Don't lie, you checked the dumbbell pick again today? No. More games will be in Canada due to immigration in the States. People really care about soccer? I guess they do, but not in America that much, right? Shout out to Abdi getting his license, man. That's awesome. I feel like you told me like a month ago you were getting ready to take your test or something. You had informed us on this, right? Do you collect Pokemon cards? I do not. 2023 Honda Accord Hybrid. That's awesome. You got something pretty sweet. That's Rich coming from a South African. DDP been on juice. If Boris gets on the PDs, it's over. It's already, you got to KO him straight away or out wrestle. I'm telling you guys right now, DDP doesn't have a chance. DDP does not have a chance. So, what's his Brendan Schaub shit? Someone just tagged me in. How much weight do you hang off your dong? Usually I do 80. I do 10 reps of 80 twice a day. DDP's a dead man walking. MMA Joey only collects $20K from Jamal Hill when he calls someone to spar. Exactly. I ended his career, man. New Accords are nice. No Camp Usman took him 3 rounds. AK in shape Usman on short notice. Switch from Paulo Costa. Joey, what car you drive? I have a Land Rover. 80 pounds because it's a stump. Facts. Did anybody see the Oscar Willis tweet that I retweeted today, man? That's just really pathetic, man. That's just really pathetic. Dude's making jokes talking about how his boss has a big dick for sexually harassing a woman. Oscar Willis was already pathetic, even more pathetic now. All right, I'm heading out, my guy Joey. If you would help you get your boy, I don't know who lost their channel. I can't help anyone get their channel back. If Hamzat and Islam had a kid, it would look like you. Yeah, Oscar Willis is the Mac Life guy. Skills or size, which is more important? Skills. Now, I got to give DDP his respect. He's gun. It's fight shit. Can happen. He's skilled, but going to have to be on. Dude, he's going to get wrecked. People are going to... Look, I think Hamzat's going to beat DDP so bad, people are going to say fraud checked, even though it makes no sense. Did you eat any hot dogs for National Hot Dog Day? I didn't know that existed. Otherwise, I might have eaten one. Damn, that's crazy. Motherfuckers getting people's channels deleted. I know nothing about that, but that's crazy. See Jon Jones on the red carpet. He confirmed he's coming back 100%. Doesn't surprise me. We'll see if it actually happens. I'm not buying the White House event, but maybe it does. I'm not dying on the hill that it's not happening, but I don't believe it. Right now, I don't believe it. Until we get a concrete announcement, I'm not believing it. Once we get a concrete announcement, then I'll believe it. I think DDP will have moments. I don't think he's going to have any moments. I think the only moments he's going to have is getting dumped on his head and choked out cold. I can't wait for Joey's cope state when DDP wins. Not going to happen. DDP's going to get ragged out so bad. He's going to be the next AP and never want the rematch. Oh, I think DDP's going to have one of the... I think DDP's going to have like a Tony Ferguson-esque fall off afterwards. Am I crazy for thinking that? I think DDP's going to have a Tony Ferguson fall off after this. Maybe I'm wrong. But I think DDP's going to have a crazy fall off after this. I've been saying DDP was never that good. It's all about his willpower. DDP will beat everyone in the weight class except Hamzat. I don't know about that. Joey, you're unintentionally funny. Thank you. We need to stop with the whole Alex Pereira being a natural heavyweight narrative. Joe Rogan, everyone glazing him, cutting to 185 as if he's some kind of gorilla. Dude's a natural light heavyweight and a fat heavyweight. Yeah, he was definitely a weight bully for middleweight, though. That's a fact. And I don't even like using weight bully, but I told you guys that a long time ago. He would have never been middleweight without size. He would have never been a middleweight without size, ever. Never been the middleweight champ. He just was able to do it. Joe, do you think prime Dustin Poirier can beat Ilia Topuria? No. I think it's possible, but I think it's unlikely that it would happen. Thank you for the $4.99, Abdi. I think Poirier doesn't have the same power that Topuria has, but I think it would be a damn good fight. Prime versus Prime. I think it'd be a damn good fight. And I think Poirier would come out on top. I think he would either finish Poirier or win a pretty clear decision. I just think he has more power and slightly more technical, or decently more technical, especially now, and faster now, and probably faster when they're both in their primes as well. Excuse me. Thank you for the $4.99, Abdi. Appreciate it. You look much better if you got rid of the mustache. I'd say the plan will be drag Hamzat to the later rounds. He can grapple, but we'll see. Burns rocked Hamzat. DDP is a big dude. It's a skill difference on the ground, I think. Dude, Hamzat's going to ragdoll DDP. Dude, he's going to finish him literally in the first round. And DDP is going to be like, I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm going to go back to the drawing board. I got to go back to the drawing board. I'm going to get better, and I'll be back. That's what he's going to say. Alex Pereira weighed 222 for the Strickland fight night. That's wild. That's insane. Poirier gets in too many wars. The Dan Hooker fight was disgusting. Although DP can wrestle, I don't think he's mixing it up as well. He would get hit, then see red against Italy. Yep. He doesn't mix it up enough. I actually picked McGregor in the second fight. I thought Poirier would win easily if he grappled, but I did not believe that he would grapple. So, yeah. Yep. That's what I thought. He grappled and he won. I would have picked him if I'd have known he was going to grapple. Did the damage Hamzat do to Whitaker and his career? I think it will. I think Whitaker's done for. Dustin would have been a superstar if it wasn't for Habib Islam era. I know that is kind of sad. I don't see why it doesn't happen. Jones also said it's not the first event the White House had. There was a boxing event years ago. Yeah, I think it's probably Trump's payback to Dana for helping him get elected is what I think it is. The government basically is going to use tax money to line Dana's pocket because Dana is Trump's friend. That's my take on it if it does happen. And that's the truth. I don't care what anyone says. Don't care what anyone says. It's Dana White's kickback. Dana White's kickback. Are you picking RDR over Whitaker? I am picking RDR over Whitaker. I don't see why it does. I already read that. Okay, troll away. Then Charles, I like it. Glad you said it. Call me crazy, but I actually believe Borges rocks DDP on the feet and either grabs him an easy sub. I could see Hamzat KO and DDP. Hamzat's an underrated striker because his grappling is so good. Apparently Kevin Holland was trashing Colby. I haven't heard it yet, but I just seen like a clip, like a tweet about a clip. Does anyone know what he actually said? Ground and pound, I see. Why don't you think the White House card will happen? White House told tons of events for things like Easter with lots of people. I don't believe it, dude. It'll be a miniature version of what Dana's acting like it will be if it does happen. There's no way they're going to have 20,000 people there. He said he tore his vagina. Colby's never going to fight again. DDPY wheel kick into backflip. It can't because Trump goes to like every event in the U.S., so he just wants one at the White House. I mean, there may be money, but sure, that's an afterthought, not the main reason. You're smoking dick if you don't think that's the main reason. I'm sitting in the nosebleed at the United Center. Should I bring binoculars? I don't want to look like a flamer, but this is my first UFC event. No, dude, they'll have big-ass screens that you can watch on. So you'll get the atmosphere, but there'll be a big-ass screen hanging in the middle usually, and then on each end. And sometimes even on the opposite side, so you won't need binoculars. You'll be able to watch on the screens. The two biggest haters of Tom Aspinall are praying for Tommy Downfall, Jones, and Joey Machado. Gary, shut the fuck up, dude. All you do is come in here and talk about Aspinall. Get off his dick, dude. He never fights. He begged for a 40-year-old man for fucking 2 years. Sitting on the sidelines like a little bitch, acting like he fucking earned anything for beating up a bummy-ass Curtis Blades. Low-key, you have to watch the Brendan Schaub lack of real journalism take. Actually 100% right for 6 minutes straight. Posted in the Discord. I'll have to check it out. Nice. I'm going to goon up there the whole time. Cool. Do you think we will have uncomfortable conversations when Dustin beats Max 3 times, when Max 3 times is Volk's best win? I don't know, man. Crazy take, but I think Prime Eddie Alvarez will put up a tough fight against Ilya. Now he gets slumped. Is Drew Colby had an emergency? I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. Curtis ain't no bump. Dude, Curtis Blades is literally a bum. He's decent for heavyweight, but he's a bum. He just lost to Rizvan Kuniev. I don't care what anyone says. I wanted to see Dan Hooker, Max Holloway. Dustin's absolute prime was Max 2 through Conor 3. I'm sad we never got Dustin versus Nate. How many fights has Volk got left? He's going to get starched by Movsar if he fights him next. I say one fight. I say one fight for Volk. It's crazy. He's done. It's crazy that he's champ and simultaneously done at the same time. Joey Prime, McGregor, Hogg versus Ilya. Who do you got? Shut up. What a dumb question. Dustin would have brutalized Nate. I agree. But it would have been a fun fight. It would have been a very, very fun fight, I believe. You know what? I never checked how the videos that were popping off did since. Damn, 70K. 70K for the one the other day, man. That was a banger. I almost did that on Friday. I should have done it sooner. I'm just so glad we're finally about to hit we're about to hit 40K. About damn time. That's sweet. Damn, I can't believe that one hit 70K. I wonder if because I just did it at the right time when all that news came out afterwards. That was insane. Just goes to show Diego Lopez is overrated. Diego is overrated. Serious question, is UFC waiting to see Holloway wins regarding matchmaking, Gaethje, Patty, and Arman? It's possible, yes. Who would ever want to see Holloway fight to Poirier again? That's what I want to know. Does anyone honestly want to see that? You guys tell me. I certainly don't. Yeah, I didn't think you guys did. Max, Ilya. Dude, Max literally said, if Ilya wants the real BMF, he can come try to get it. Like, what? What? Jalton Almeida versus Alexander Volkov is pretty damn good, I believe. It's hard to believe Costa hasn't won a fight since he fought Luke Rockhold. An old man, an old disheveled Luke Rockhold. You know Luke in his prime would have wrecked Costa badly too. Luke looked like an old, worn-out piece of shit in that fight. It's crazy. Costa should have finished. The fact Costa didn't finish him is a disgrace. So don't worry about views. You will be top MMA YouTuber in a bit. I'm not worried about it. I was just checking it out. Why do you like to hate on fan favorites? The MMA community is brain dead. It's not about hating. Speaking facts to you is hating. Because I speak facts about everyone and anyone and everyone, I'm considered a hater. Real talk, Dustin looks in really good shape. No Diddy. Joey the hypocrite as usual. I think Max gets KO'd by Dustin. We'll see. Costa's 1-4 since beating Romero. I didn't know Costa's a fan favorite, man. I don't hate Aspinall at all, dude. You're such a fucking idiot. You literally expose yourself. Basically, anyone you like, you do nothing but talk positively about. Anyone you dislike, you do nothing but talk negative about. That's not what I do. I look at it objectively and give my opinions on it. Everyone's so casual, they only like dudes that speak English. Yeah. There's nothing that's going to give me more joy than when Cyril Gane beats Tom Aspinall. But Tom Aspinall's not man enough to fight Cyril Gane. He's only going to fight Alex Pereira. When Cyril Gane wins, I may get my entire channel deleted for nudity. I may get my entire channel deleted for nudity when Cyril Gane absolutely exposes Tom Aspinall. If Aspinall has the courage to step in there with him. Okay? Because I'm breaking out the dumbbells. Cyril Gane brutally exposes Tom Aspinall. I'm breaking out the dumbbells. I've been saying Gane beats Tom since the beginning. You hate Max. I don't hate Max or Tom. Being honest about them having kind of shitty resumes, especially Tom, is not hate. It's nothing to do with hate. But you're an embarrassment. You're exposing yourself. Derek Lewis might honestly KO Tom in the first round. You're not even wrong, dude. Tom was getting touched on the chin by an old, worn out Andrei Arlovsky. But somehow saying that makes me a hater. Like, these dudes are brain dead. These dudes are brain dead, man. Jones beat Gane. People forget Gane should beat Francis. No, he shouldn't have. Joe, you want to stand out. If you think I care about standing out, then you don't know me at all, bro. But I get it. You're just a troll. But you don't know me at all. I don't care about standing out. I don't want to be liked by you. I don't care about what anybody in the MMA community thinks. I don't want to assimilate with the MMA community because the majority of the MMA community, or not majority, I mean, I guess majority, a large percentage of the MMA community is brain dead. Has no actual IQ. Hates people based on their religion. Hates people based on the country of origin. Hates people based on skin color. Hates people based on loving their wives. What else? There's so many things that the MMA community does. I don't want nothing to do with that. But because I look at things objectively and give my thoughts on it objectively, that makes me a hater because you're a dick riding bitch. So, suck a fat one. I've been to a Black Beast card in the place. I don't know what that means. Joe, how can Patty beat Ilya? He lost to Gordon. He's been fighting dead bodies. He could out-grapple Ilya. I don't think he will. So you'd have to out-grapple him. MMA community acting like Tom is a real draw is crazy. They're acting like Tom's beating anyone good is even crazy. I mean, Tom Aspinall doesn't have one good win on his resume. Do you think Conor's children and women he loves most were in the house with him at the time of the incident? It's crazy. He rolled out of bed after getting woken up to an HBD just to do that. I don't know what an HBD means. Probably. I don't know, though. I don't think his wife and the kids probably feel safe at home with him, especially when he's on a bender. So, Joey, call me crazy, but I generally think the UFC is going to set up Aspinall Pereira for later this year. I've been saying that. I think they're going to push for that. Pereira's a bitch, man. He doesn't want nothing to do with Ankalive. He never did. He tried to get him. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, people think this is some type of, like, troll or sarcasm. Alex Pereira knew he would lose to Ankalive. He did not want to lose to Ankalive. So him and the UFC conspired to duck Ankalive for years, praying that he would lose. Then once Ankalive beat the dog shit out of him, he never wants the rematch because he knows he's going to lose again. So he's going to run again. He's going to run off the heavyweight. He thinks he has a better chance of beating Tom Aspinall. Ankalive beats Tom Aspinall right now. I would bet good money on Ankalive over Tom Aspinall. So Pereira's going to go run off and try to fight for a third belt, even though he doesn't even deserve it because he's a bum-ass champion fraud. You'd pick Alex to beat Tom? No. But Alex has a better chance of beating Tom than he does Ankalive. I'll tell you that much right now. I was surprised Ankalive outstruck Alex. I wasn't. So, can you name one Dagestani you bet against? I'll wait. I'm sure there's been plenty, but I picked Oliveira over Islam. I'm sure there's been others. But sorry, when the Dagestanis win 95% of the time, I'm supposed to not pick them because they're Dagestani? Alex P was the most active fighter ever. Hasn't popped his head out since Ank. Ank wanted to fight in April. Ank wanted to fight in May. Ank wanted to fight in June. Ank wanted to fight in July, August, September. Nope. Ankalive, right, was ducked by Pereira brutally. Pereira thought he had him because he was getting him during Ramadan. That's a fact. I don't care what anyone says. They set him up to be diminished during Ramadan, and they were hoping he wouldn't take it, or they were hoping if he did take it, he'd be diminished and lose. And he went out there and beat the shit out of Pereira and exposed him and embarrassed him. And I put on my suit afterwards because that was one of the funniest moments in channel history. And then Vapes came in with the $500 bomb right after Ankalive just brutally exposed him. I said Ankalive doesn't even need to take him down. He will whoop him on the feet because Pereira is a one-trick fucking pony. And his one trick is landing his left hand on dudes coming back from catastrophic injuries on short notice. So, this guy likes Ian Gary but hates Max. Ian Gary already has a better career than Max Holloway, and I'll die on that hill. It's opinion-based. I know Max was a champion. Gary has a better career already. And Gary would smoke Max at any weight. Joe, you want 100% change my mind on Pereira? I'm assuming that's what you meant, 100%? I'm not supposed to pick them because they're Dagestani, so you pick them because they are? How the fuck is that what you get that? How is that what you get from what I said? So I'm supposed to look at a fight, think somebody's more skilled, think somebody's going to win, and they'll be like, oh, they're Dagestani, let me pick against them and be wrong. Because of some weird MMA community prejudice? I don't get it. Unlike you, you biased piece of shit, I pick based on my opinion on their perceived skill set. Has nothing to do with religion. So, yeah. Alex can be a mainstay at heavyweight? Yeah. Probably. I mean, we all know what Ankalive would do to him again in a rematch. He'd get embarrassed again, and then, yeah. Alex P versus Ank 2 isn't a bad fight. Think Big Ank. I would pick Big Ank by KO. I think Ankalive would brutally KO him. How can anyone hate the Dagestanis, dude? We've already beat this topic dead. We've already beat this topic dead. Joe, with Chama fever coming to an end and his sister entering the UFC, where does the Brazilian clan go from here? No idea. They'll find someone else. They'll find someone else to dick ride, man. Man, the tears that they would have. I want Ankalive to fight Pereira. I want Ankalive to give Pereira a rematch. I wanted them to give him a trilogy. I wanted to give him a fourth fight. Let's give Pereira 10 fights against Ankalive. And let's see how many he wins. If I was Ankalive, I'd be so petty. I'd call out Pereira after every fight. Like, I'd beat him in the rematch, and I'd say, Pereira was a long-reigning champion. Let me give him a trilogy. I will give him a trilogy, 100%. I'd whoop him in a trilogy. I'd offer him a fourth fight. So he's so damn good. Let me give him a fourth fight. This time I won't train for it. I'll come in tubby. Even though you probably lose if you think the money is right, take it. Holland knew Hamzat would smoke him. Is the 40K hot tub stream still on? No. That was never on to begin with. Send all the bigots to 2-3 years Dagestan and forget. They're hating them because they beat Conor. Yeah, I know. Exactly. Yeah, they were talking, dude. People were picking Alex Pereira based on his aura. Man, Pereira's going to KO Ank, man. Look at that aura, man. Shama, this. I knew Ankalive was going to smoke his ass. Oh, I'd have never heard the end of it. I'd have never heard the end of it if Pereira would have whooped up on Ank, so I'm never going to let you hear the end of it, you bums. Dude, Pereira already said after he got whooped by Ankalive, he felt like retiring. You guys know that? Joe, would you go to Dagestan if offered? I don't know. Yeah, Alex will eventually go to boxing. Can you guys please like the stream if you wouldn't mind? So. Joey, how come you always say discrediting someone just discredits your win over them? Yet you'll discredit Alex as a fraud, yet that's Ank's best win. That's not Ank's best win. Rockage is better. Rockage is better than Pereira. And it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. I don't need to hype up Ankalive. I think Alex is a fraud. I knew Ankalive would beat him. I don't... What am I calling Ankalive the GOAT? No, light heavyweight shit. But you think Alex is... Rockage would beat Alex right now. Alexander Rockage would beat Alex right now. So, cry me a river. What a weirdo, bro. You're spamming weird shit like that? Hold on, I just seen what happened in the Dan Ige Sean Woodson fight? Wasn't it like a weird stoppage or something? I said weird stoppage, but I couldn't find that fight. I think maybe I misspoke. Well, there was something weird. Oh, I think I'm mixing up something. Of course, I can't find the fights anymore. I mean, this is so annoying. Is Dan Ige Sean Woodson fight still up? Of course. Can't watch it anywhere. You can't watch any of the fights anywhere. How is this possible? What was that stoppage? Okay. Then maybe I'm wrong. Someone commented something, and I was thinking maybe I mixed it up. Let me see something. Yeah, it was wasn't it a bad stoppage? Okay. Because someone said, how is it a terrible stoppage, a brutal KO, if it's not a late KO? I don't know. I'll have to go look what I said. I might have misspoke or something. I thought it was early, but then I thought maybe I misspoke or something. Shout out to MOTI for the $1.99. Just heard the news about the Tony upcoming boxing. Oh my God, I know. I just heard it on this stream. Someone informed me. Who's watching that? What kind of sick twisted fuck is watching that? Who's watching that? Thank you for the $1.99. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yeah, Tony Ferguson in a boxing match. Ugh. Ew. We'll break that out. Ew. Early stoppage, but Ige looked like he was on his way to a decision. He was, technically, but Woodson had won the first 2 rounds. What happened to Tony and GFL? GFL went out of business, bro. Which I told you guys from the very jump, stop talking about GFL because it was not going to happen. I mean, seriously. Who believes that? Who believes that? That's what I'd like to know. I really do. I really do want to know. According to Tony, he only lost 1 round to Jones in wrestling in high school. Yeah, Tony's mentally ill. You do miss hearing Shama? Sauger finally decided to show up. Sauger finally decided to show his face around here. I mean, that's really something. That really is something. He finally decided to show up. Every other promotion except one can't do good because they have old retired UFC fighters who can't make it. I mean, I guess they got to develop talent. I miss when you were on a rage bait channel. How am I rage baiting? Where have I rage baited? Please tell. Oh, the title of this. Yeah, the title of this live stream: UFC 318 predictions. Jones returning. McGregor's a predator. That's rage baiting, right? That's rage baiting, right? Last video: UFC 318. Holloway, Dustin Poirier, full card predictions. That's rage baiting, right? Conor McGregor exposes sending nude photos and harassing DMs. That's rage baiting, right? Conor shows up coked out of his mind at a BKFC press conference. UFC Nashville post-fight. Dana White pushes UFC White House event that will never happen. Predictions. UFC 318 sucks. Bo Nickel lies. Yeah, I guess whatever. I don't know. Holloway has an overrated resume. Islam is the best striker at lightweight. Islam's arguably the best striker in the UFC. The only person you could say you could have over him, and I would accept it, would be Ilya. So, and if you don't think Max's resume is overrated, then you haven't been watching the sport long enough. What are his best wins? Please tell me. Please give me Max's best win. A brain dead eye poked Justin Gaethje at lightweight. A Korean zombie. I'm waiting. Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo is his best win. And how old is that, bro? You guys tell me what's great on Max Holloway's resume. Yair? Aldo's the only 2 good wins. Charles Oliveira before he was good, that doesn't even count, bro. You do realize that, right? You can't take wins. You can't take wins when a guy wasn't even good and say, oh, yeah, man, now he's good, so it counts. Ortega's a good win now, apparently. Okay. I mean, the thing is, I'm not saying his resume absolutely sucks. It's just massively overrated. You're saying Gaethje isn't great, but he dominated him and Dustin flatlined him. You do realize he brutally eye-poked him twice in the first round, right? The fight should have never continued. Cater was okay, but he was not that good. He wasn't like the elite of the elite. He was never a championship caliber fighter. I thought it was great when Ilya exposed him by stealing the pointing to the center of the ring, then Max making excuses. Yeah, I mean, that exposes him right there. I mean, I always was a believer in Max Holloway, but that doesn't change the fact people act like he has some GOAT-type resume. That's my point. Max's resume is okay, but people act like it's GOAT caliber. It's not GOAT caliber, so in my opinion, it's overrated. That doesn't mean it's not decent. I don't understand how you can't differentiate the two. Saying something is overrated doesn't mean they suck. Doesn't mean it's horrible. I'm just saying people act like he has a god-tier resume. He beat Gaethje after brutally eye-poking him twice. And then what before that? The Korean Zombie? He got schooled by Volkanovski 3 fucking times. So, and Dustin got fluke KO'd by Gaethje. Should have been a DQ. Who does the most eye pokes in MMA? I don't know. I know people would say Jones, but Jones hasn't eye poked in a long time. Holloway gets DC treatment, amazing fighter, but loses to other GOATs. He's probably the best fighter in the UFC with the amount of fights he's been in. Okay. Volk is definitely a better striker than Islam, too. He outstruck him and has beaten far better strikers. If you think Volk outstruck Islam, you're smoking dick. You're smoking dick. I mean, guys, Max is legit the worst 45 champ. I just can't believe anybody would say Volk outstruck Islam. Islam outstruck Volk in both fights. Badly, too. Who has the most eye pokes? Chris Weidman in the Bruno Silva fight. Dude, I don't. Why are you asking me about a dead channel? I don't care about a dead channel. I don't pay attention to a dead channel. I'm not even sure it even still exists, bro. You're just trying to drum up weird shit. So, eye poking Gaethje didn't let him dominate him. I mean, he brutally eye poked him in both eyes, knuckle deep in the first round. I think that could have some impact. And the KO is the most overrated KO of all time. Why don't female fights have as many eye pokes? No idea. Other fighters fall off. He's been very good. Yeah, he's been consistent is what you're looking for. 160 units on Carly Judas is insane. You're such a betting bro. Yeah. Yup. Weidman has the most eye pokes of 2024 in one fight. Yeah, fuck Weidman, man. What do you about Gaethje's resume? I don't think Gaethje has that good of a resume either. Chael dropped another video talking about Conor's wiener. This guy's dropping videos about it till the end of time. Guarantee you must like it. Let me look at this. Let me look at Chael's channel. Conor. Dude really dropped 3 videos. We ready for this, boys? So I told you guys recently, Chael sent me a couple messages, right? I'm going to send him a message right now. I'm going to send him a voice message so you guys can hear it, okay? All right, look. I'll just show you right now. Hold on. Let me make sure, see if this pops up. So he sent me a message. And then I sent him, because I didn't understand what he was talking about, but he was talking about McGregor. And I said, you seeing this latest stuff? And he sent me a voice message, right? Like a 3-minute voice message, right? Look, right there it is. Right there it is. Oh, you can see it right there. Hold on, there you go. Right, I sent him a voice message back. And then he just said, hot take. I'm going to send him a message right now. I'm going to send him a voice message while I'm on stream. Ready? Chael, did you really make 3 videos talking about Conor McGregor's cock and balls? What the fuck is wrong with you? You ready? Hold on, I'm gonna play it back. Chael, did you really make 3 videos talking about Conor McGregor's cock and balls? What the fuck is wrong with you? You ready? Sent. Sent. Look, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? Hold on. Look, right there. Look, 12:17. It says picture, but it's audio. I don't know why it comes up like that. If it ever focuses. There you go. 12:17. I'll let you know. I'll have to fill you guys back in. Dude made 3 videos talking about another man's hog. Play Chael's voice message. I don't know, dude. Maybe in a member stream. Maybe in a member stream. I better not see a 4th video. There'll be a problem. Wait, it's not minute. Wait a minute. It's not 12:17 in Anchorage, Alaska. I go by Eastern time for the UFC. Don't you know that? Play 10 seconds. All right, I'll play just to prove it to you. I'll play. He messaged me after seeing one of my tweets. This is what he said.
No, I am not. Tell me whatever you got. All I know is what you posted.
All right, there you go. I'm not playing the whole thing. That's just weird. But I sent him a message. I'll let you guys know what he says back. Because that's crazy. Making three videos. Dude, he was like doing dishes in the background. He said, I can't stop thinking about Conor's dick. I can't stop thinking about... I'm not even saying that because that's what he said. I'm not getting close saying that. Dude really said that. Can you explain the gist of what he said in the message? He was analyzing the photos of Conor on the beach that I had posted. And he was basically kind of trying to defend Conor and say, I think that might be a movie. I don't think he's actually cheating on his wife. Is the gist of what he said over the course of like 2.5 minutes. It was actually kind of a funny message. He was like nothing. He was analyzing the full photo. Like he had went through the photo with a fine-tooth comb and he was pointing out stuff that I never even noticed. He was like, look at the guy in the background on the Chase Lounge. That doesn't look like it would be one of Conor's friends. So I think maybe this could be like a movie or a TV or something. Imagine he messaged me back while we're on. Chael was pissed when I was shitting on Bo. No, brother, you must be mad about something or you're in spaces I've never seen. What are you talking about? I would love to see Dustin KO Max just see the BMF belt no longer be in the UFC. It will be. They'll bring it back. Chael turns into videos. Wouldn't surprise me, man. He messaged me after I brutalized his boy Bo Nickel and said some shit. If you guys were members of the channel, you would already know this. But you're not. You and Chael are chummy. I don't know if that's chummy. I mean, I don't know if, well, I don't know. Just define chummy. Just got here. Poirier got taken down by Eddie, Hooker, Chandler, BSD, TKZ. Bo will never be champion, bro. And don't even say that. Chael knows Bo's a bum. Chael knows Bo's a bum. He knows it. Damn. 62 likes? How bummy is this? How bummy is this? 62 likes on the stream. I can't catch a break around here. I can't catch a break around here. 62 likes. How funny is Dustin KO's Max? I'm going to have to wait for him to be conscious and he has to put the BMF belt around Dustin. What do you mean he has to? Did he like make a bet or something? Dalton Almeida Volkov made for UFC 321 in Abu Dhabi. Like it a lot. It's a good fight. Makes a lot of sense. Joey will be announcing a bare knuckle match with Chael if there's a fourth Conor video drop, basically. Basically. I mean, that shit's just crazy. 3 videos. Joey prediction for how RDR versus Sean would go. RDR would bitch him and finish him. Would you be mad if Chael sent Conor's nudes to your DMs? Yeah, I wouldn't be like pissed, but I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? I'll just delete it. $270K views in one day. You know he won't stop. He don't see views like that often no more. Facts. I wish I could have one pop off for 200. I wish I could have one pop off for 200. That'd be pretty damn slick. That'd be pretty damn slick. I messed up. My prediction should have been out way earlier, though. I did mess up on that, but it is what it is. I got 70K on the presser one. That got crazy watch time, too. That got crazy watch time, too. In fairness, Dustin tried to get the Gilly. I bet he'd be able to stuff better. True. What do you think of Dustin and Poirier's resume? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I think Dustin has a good resume. Off the top of my head, pretty good. I mean, he's just always losing to the best. I don't think it's overrated, I'll tell you that much. But it's not like... I mean, it's predicated on 2 Conor wins. I never thought Conor was that good. The Dan Hooker win was good. The Eddie Alvarez in his prime was good. Justin Gaethje in his prime was good. Anthony Pettis was decent. I think it's... I mean, he's been around forever, and he's been on the top forever. Been at the top, around the top. So... No, dude, by my logic, his resume is overrated. Nobody hypes up Dustin's resume like he's a GOAT. Nobody, dude, you don't even know what the definition of overrated means then. She sent Chael another voice memo saying he fucked up in the first video. I don't even care to correct him. I don't even care to correct him. But that's crazy that he fucked up. Dustin is the only fighter that had to beat a current world champion for an interim title. He's legit. That's an interesting piece of trivia. Did they purposely put MJ on the same card as Dustin? Kind of weird, no? I mean, I guess so. I feel like you're kind of hating on Max. He was beating Dustin. The only issue was the weight difference. No, he wasn't beating him. And it is what it is. It's a fight. Dustin beat him at 145 too. Do you not watch the sport? Dustin subbed him. Poirier and Hamzat are the only real superstars left. Facts. Facts, more facts. But they're not even real superstars, to be honest, yet. I think Poirier and Hamzat can both be superstars. If Hill threw you some gloves, would you pick them up? Now I go bare knuckle. I'm still thinking about the UFC 300 KO of Max Holloway, talking about the BMF and for sure fight of the year. I mean, that's crazy. Please bring back the Max hate. It's not hate, though. Spitting facts is not hate. It really riles up his viewers, yeah. Well, it's going to be funnier when Dustin just boxes him up. They really act like Max was the best boxer in the UFC because he beat up Calvin Kattar like 8 years ago. Would you spot Conor on a deadlift? No. No, no, and no again. Max was in his prime 2017, 2019. Makhachev is more of a star than Poirier. Agreed. If you saw Chael, would you tell him? Would you tell him and say we ain't on Twitter now? That's the first thing I would say. So we ain't on Twitter now. We ain't on Twitter now, buddy boy. Yeah, all the Max fans were on me when I said Poirier is going to knock him out. They told me I was a hater then too. Who remembers that, man? I was getting harassed by Max Holloway cultist because I said Poirier would beat him up. I picked Volk. You know, fun fact, I picked Volk in all 3 fights too. Thank you for the $2 donation, Steven Seagal, A-tier actor. We need Elwood Dalton fight news. I agree, man. I think he's the go-to middleweight. I think he would smoke Hamzat and DDP. Elwood Dalton, he's underrated as hell. If Hamzat doesn't win in the first round, DDP wins. Thank you for the $1.99. I think Hamzat wins. If you tell me it goes to a decision, Hamzat wins. You tell me there's a KO, Hamzat wins. You tell me there's a submission, Hamzat wins. You tell me there's a fluke injury, maybe DDP wins. You got heat for making fun of Max saying three rounds? 3 rounds? The Max fans showed up in full force 308. They almost took over the chat. I know. I got a lot of shit for 308. I just said I was confident Poirier would win. That's it. End of story. Is it that big of a deal? Is it that big of a deal? I don't think it is. Shout out to Moti for the $1.99. I disagree wholeheartedly. Make the Max video. I can make... Dude, Max was saying shit about the BMF. What else was Max saying recently? Max was saying some weird shit. I've seen some clips on Twitter. Saying some delusional shit. Dude, Oscar Willis glazing the Predator is insane. Dude was legit glazing a full-blown Predator. Full-blown Predator. Yeah. What rounds did Holloway win? Oh, you're asking somebody else. Yeah, Oscar Willis. That tweet from Oscar Willis was some of the most pathetic, embarrassing, degrading shit I've ever seen. Have you seen the uncensored video of Max when his cock got exposed at the weigh-ins? He's very blessed, much more than McGregor. No, I have not. I vaguely remember that, though. I get what you're saying, but I think you're taking it too much personally, too much. Like taking it literal. If you score Jones Reyes for Jones, you should get 1 year suspension for scoring fights. It was a lot closer than people made it out to be, man. You can give 3, 4, and 5. You could give 3, 4, and 5 to Jones. You could. I'm not saying I did, but you could. Oscar Willis on his payroll, what'd you expect? True. Dude, people act like Reyes outclassed Jones. It was a razor close fight where Reyes won the first 2 rounds very clearly. But it is what it is. Shame on Dana for trying to convince the fans Conor was going to fight at 303, and UFC knew as soon as the fight was announced it was going to be swapped out. You bum of a thing. You know the clip I showed, right? Where Dana said he never even thought Conor would fight. I showed that clip in one of my videos. Some 6 references in 318. Honestly, I've been just trying to have more fun with prediction videos than try to be like super like technical or like real intricate, because I just like some of these cards are just kind of bummy, and it's like, what am I going to sit here and break down? Like, oh yeah, 2 fights ago there was a right hand. I just started having more fun with the prediction videos. It is what it is. At the end of the day, we're just guessing. you see my comment on the predictions? I did not. What did you say? Super hardcore fans are annoying. Are annoying caught the reference? What does that mean? Super hardcore fans are annoying? Oh, yeah, I know. Yep, I know what you're talking about now. That's great. Do you know what I'm talking about, bum of a thing? Did you see the clip that I put in one of my videos that nobody talked about and never got reposted anywhere? But I put it in a video. Nobody else ever talked, not a single media member. Dana said, when I announced the Conor fight, I never believed that it would actually happen. For some reason, I don't know how it wasn't massive news, man. I don't know. It was an interview that had 2,000 views that I found from some local news station, and Dana said that shit. Live in studio. Yeah, they used Conor to sell more tickets and hoping people would make their plans around it and then not ask for refunds because they couldn't get refunds on flights or hotels. They scammed the entire audience. That should have been the title of that video. I said you should be embarrassed for going 47 minutes on this bummy card. I didn't see what video was that. I'll have to check it out. That's massive news. Does anyone remember what video that is? I think I featured it in like 2 videos. But I don't remember what. It would have been before 3. It would have been right around 303. It would have been right around 303. But I don't remember. I don't remember what videos I put it in. Maybe it was right after 303. Let me see if it's in this video. It's not in that video. Maybe I did it right afterwards. That should have been a whole video on itself. I don't remember. Damn. Maybe it was this video. Maybe I held it in the Noche video about Dana selling wolf tickets. Is maybe what I did. Trying to see if it was in this one. Dude selling wolf tickets. Let me see if it's this one. I don't know, man. I'll have to find it. But yeah, there's a video where I covered it. Hot take 308 was better than 317. Facts. Facts, facts, and more facts. Dana's a puppet now. Back in the day, Dana used to care about fans and was outraged and vowed to not raise ticket prices. Yeah, now only rich people can go to the events. That's the truth. Dirty Mike is a cheating bum of a thing. I know. He might be top 5 by any means. Fuck Chandler. Just finished taking a shower and scraping the calluses on my feet while listening to your stream. That's too much information, brother. Would you be scared if Michael Chandler approached? I wouldn't even notice him, dude. I wouldn't even notice him. If he approached me, I'm not usually looking at the ground. I'm not usually looking at the ground, so I wouldn't even notice. I wish I could remember what video it was, man. I must have just lumped it in with another video. It should have been a video of its own. It should have been a video of its own. Back in the day, Danny already read that. Then he said that Chandler's one of his favorite fighters because he always comes to the Rumble. He's a gangster. That's why I like watching guys like him and Perry. Not the greatest, but they go hard. That's not why I watch the sport. I like to see the best versus the best. As an MMA fan in general, if you saw Chandler go in the supermarket, would you say what's up? I wouldn't go over him and go out of my way to say hi to him. But like if I walked by him and I saw him, I'd say, hey, what's going on, man? Like, I wouldn't even say, hey, you're Michael Chandler, right? Yeah, it was just a click. It was a quick clip, so I included it in another video. Like twice in 2 different videos. Yeah, but I wouldn't go out of my way. I actually saw, I was on vacation one time and I saw, I can't think of his name. His nickname was like the Hawk. Mike, I want to say his name was Mike something. I seen him one time when I was on vacation when he was in the UFC. I think he fought TJ Dillashaw, so someone can look it up. His name's Mike. I think his nickname is the Hawk. He fought TJ Dillashaw. I forgot his actual name. I've seen him when I was on vacation one time. I didn't say nothing to him. It's not Iwan Kutalaba. His name's Mike something or other. Anybody looked it up yet? Mike Perry sucks. What was his name? It was TJ Dillashaw fought this dude before, way back in the day. In the Mike Easton, that's who it was. Thank you. Did you think of that or did you look it up? Were you able to figure it out by looking it up? I know you said in your video Conor fighting again is low chances a White House event, and I agree, but do you really think it won't happen? I don't think it'll happen. I'm not buying those wolf tickets. I'll be damned if I buy those wolf tickets. True, but in fairness, I think Poirier didn't care because there was like 5 seconds left in the round. So Mike Easton, I saw him when I was on vacation one time, when he was still in the UFC. Isn't that weird? That was deeply lodged in my brain. I met Chris Weidman before. TJ Dillashaw fought him, starts naming giant, massive people. What's your favorite card of all time? I really enjoyed the McGregor-Mendez card. Gleison Tebow beats Habib. I don't know, man. Even if it gets booked. I mean, you think they're going to trust Conor to headline a card like that? I don't. You think, like, if they really actually put that card on, right? You think they're going to trust Conor McGregor to headline it? Hell no. Those walkouts were so special. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, they played live music. It actually was sick. Conor's walkout was sick. Conor's walkout for the Mendez card was the best walkout I've ever seen. Pulling out with a broken pinky toe. Could you imagine if that was a Dagestani guy that we'd never hear the end of it? Who would get the title shot if had 300? Justin would have won, and Charles would have won, and Dustin, who beat BSD at 299. Whoever was available, probably Justin, would have got the title shot if I had to guess. No way they're going to trust Conor. Yeah, he's back in the pool. He's back in the testing pool. I got to make a new video. You know, I'll make a new video about Conor. About Conor and Dana teasing Conor fighting at the White House. And I'll say, Dana lied before and scammed the fans. I'll make an entire video on that. Yeah, Conor just wasn't training. Yes, make the video. I'll think about making it tomorrow. I got to find that clip and everything. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Damn, we already gone an hour and a half, boys. You see when Joey makes 3 videos about Conor, they're all bangers. When Chael makes it, it's talking about, yeah, about one thing. I know. What a joke. I wonder if Jones will get arrested at the ESPYs or something. I wonder. Max Holloway's starting to look old. Joe, you doing Dustin is walking out with Lil Wayne. Been a while since we have a fighter walk out with a singer or a rapper. So is he going to be singing the walkout song? Or just walking out with him? Why is that? Old Joey would push the 3-hour lives. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Who's in here as a shill member? Do you guys want a member stream after this? I'll do a member stream after this. Who in here is a shill member or higher? Yes or no? Member stream after this for like 30 minutes max. 30 minutes max. Probably. Anybody? So we got Matthew Thompson. He says yes. Jack says yes. Jack, you're a shill? Don't ever say no, Joey. Please keep going. But thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Save it. Save it. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hold on. I read something nice from VT and now I lost it that quick. Don't stop. Keep going. The dogs are going to be barking. What's the lock of the card? VT said, never change, Joey. I'm your biggest fan for a reason. Thank you. You've been doing dailies. Okay. Well, if you don't have enough members in this live stream to transition to the member stream, it's not worth it to do it right now. So we'll do it another day. We'll do it another day. I'm in, just can't chat. PayPal Q&A. I wish I could do a poll where only certain tier members. So we have Matthew Thompson, Kara. Camille says he's in, but he can't chat. Anybody else? We got to at least get like 10. Caleb, do you want a member stream tonight or no? Like an actual dedicated member stream. Fries. Both from Louisiana. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't even know that, bro. If Costa that fought Romero shows up on Saturday, could he win? Yes. I doubt Wayne will be on the mic. He's notoriously bad live. Joey making videos about the real topics and issues to talk about in MMA. And here's the other MMA YouTubers being oblivious, making meme content. There's levels to this. That's true. That's true, bro. That is true. So we only got 4 of you guys in here right now. I'm getting extra bummy around here. Last chance. If you are a member and you want a members live stream after this, I'm just trying to get a gauge for how many people. I want the majority of you guys to be here when I do a member stream, and I know I do them kind of last minute. So say something in chat real quick. So we got Vapes, we got Camille, we got Jack, we got Andrew, we got Kara. Paul's here, so Paul will be there for the stream, I think. We got Friday. We got enough. We'll do it. I'll do it real quick. It's only going to be quick anyway. So let me set it up real quick before I end this stream. Members live July 17th. Okay. Here we go. Live chat. Members. Shilling higher. Boom. All right. It's all set up, boys. And Matthew. I forgot about Matthew. So, yeah, we got plenty. And we got Paul. We got Caleb. Members live stream so I could tell so you can tell the Alaska story. All right, boys. In 2 minutes, I'm going to end the stream. But real quick before I do, if anybody wants to join the member stream, you have to obviously become a member, a tier 2 member and up. Gets the extra live streams. Here is the link. I've already set up. There's the link to become a member if you want to. You might have to do it on like browser or request the desktop site. But yeah, I went an hour and 30 minutes. I went like 2 hours and I was dead tired last night. Oh my God. I was exhausted. I don't even know what happened last night, to be honest. I really don't even know what happened last night. I was so exhausted. But yeah, I'm going to jump on that. Subscribe to the channel. Click the link. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Like the stream. Let me turn this on. Exit out of that. It's gonna be a rip roaring good time. It's gonna be a rip roaring good time. I didn't even put a thumbnail for that, John. Do you have a Jose Aldo Funko Pop? I do believe I do think I do. I'm on 30 behind, so my response is late, but I'll join members. Okay, here's the link to the member stream. You guys need the link to the member stream right now. It only lets you join if you're a member. I'm going to end this stream. Thank you for joining me for the weekly live chat. Check out the UFC 318 full card predictions out on the channel right now if you haven't and you're not joining the member stream. Thank you guys so much. I'll be live tomorrow. I'll most likely be live tomorrow and Friday. But yeah, go to the member stream if you are a member. Goodbye. Good night. And yeah, I'm out of here, boys. Thank you.